something that grabs your heart and you need it. You have to go for it. It was something I've never seen before.
من الظلمات إلى النور مع اكتشف الإسلام.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين.
الرحمن الرحيم.
مالك يوم الدين.
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله.
أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back to another episode where we discuss stories of new Muslims. Today we have Dimitri, who is now known as Badr or Abu Adam. Welcome, Brother Abu Adam. How are you doing?
Alhamdulillah. Bismillah.
Brother Badr, first of all, I'd like to thank you for your time that you came all the way here to discuss your story. Our viewers are very interested in knowing your story as to how you converted to Islam. But before we get into that, could you please tell a bit about yourself?
Sure. So I'm 45 years old, Belgo-Italian. So I should have been most probably engineer or designer, or I should like pizza, or I should make pizza, but I'm now working for Alba Aluminium Bahrain. We are married with four children. In Bahrain since 2009, where I made the Shahada with Discover Islam here.
So, Brother Badr, where were you born and brought up?
So I grew up in Kinshasa, which is in the Republic Democratic of Congo.
Okay.
I grew up 13 years in a Christian Catholic family. We're going to church, singing, dancing on Sunday. I went through normal Christian family, Italian Christian family, so practicing Christianity, yes. And then I moved to Belgium, where I studied engineering, electronic engineer, and I finished an MBA. Always in search of truth, right?
MashaAllah. What did you think about Muslims while you were growing up, especially in your teenage or early 20s? What did you think about Muslims, or did you come across Muslims?
Well, in Belgium, we have a big community of mainly Moroccans, Algerians, North Africans, and I've got along very well with them. They were well integrated in the society. Myself being Italian in Belgium, we were somehow going along well, yes.
Good.
No whatsoever second thought about, they were practicing their religion. We were Christian at that time.
Okay, so Brother Badr, please tell me that how was Islam introduced to you, and who introduced Islam to you?
Yes, thank you for the question. This is very important. I met my wife in Paris. I was working in Siemens in Paris, and something struck me that the cleanness of Muslim heart, of traditional Bahraini families, was something I've never seen before. And basically we had two options: or she was coming in Brussels or Luxembourg, or I was following her here. And so that's what we did. We chose to come to Bahrain. And straight ahead, she introduced me to Discover Islam, to make sure of the sincerity of my conversion, not only for the shadow, but yes, that was the very lucky encounter with all the people of Discover Islam, where I learned a lot. It opened my eyes. Knowledge was clear, and straight to the point, concrete, And this is what really facilitated the process. It's not in one day. Okay, you woke up. No, you're looking for the truth. You question yourself. You go through doubt. You go through a lot of prayers, and that you need to substitute your previous life or your previous habits. You have to find a substitute for this kind of change. And yes, it's a major change.
Yeah. So going back to that particular day when you decided to say the Shahada, what was going on in your mind, in your heart, and especially when you were saying those words, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah, Ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah, what was going on inside you?
That was actually normal, you know. Yeah, when I said it, I meant it, and I keep saying it every day. And I've trying to other people to say it also. This is the most difficult part, but this is a must.
Yeah.
So that was normal. I went to the court with Discover Islam, and everything went smooth, perfect. And I mean, it was normal, I will say. I was practicing Islam already. It's not something that came in one day. No, it was a normal process of the testimony of faith. This is where we start.
Okay.
And I'm glad to repeat it again. Ashhadu la ilaha illallah, ashhadu anna Muhammad Rasulullah.
Inshallah.
Abdu wa Rasulullah.
Yeah. MashaAllah. When you embraced Islam, you said you started to actually practice it even before you said the Shahada. What was the most difficult part for you to digest when you accepted Islam and you started to practice it?
I will say the easiest.
Okay.
The easiest was my family, my family support.
Yeah.
My mother straight ahead told me that I remain her son, so there was no ambiguity. It was open doors. My father used to work as a, how can I say, a non-profit. He was president of a non-profit organization called Solidarity Afghanistan in the end of 90s up to 2008. He was president in Belgium of. He was regularly going to Peshawar, to Afghanistan, basically.
So your family is exposed to it.
Yes, he knew very well the Muslim, not only Muslim, normal Muslim of Belgium, but the rural Muslims of Afghanistan. So he didn't bother at all. He knew somehow that nothing can happen better than this. I believe. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. That was the easiest.
That was the easiest part. But in terms of practices of Islam, like there is Salah, fasting, month of Ramadan, did you find anything difficult?
Oh my God. My first Ramadan, I practiced fully here in Alba. And the first 15 days I was sick with a fever, on, off. It was, I think you can ask any of my colleagues, they still remember my first Ramadan here in Bahrain. But mashallah, I found a lot of support in the Bahraini people, in my colleagues, no matter from, which sector, well, I found a lot of support in them with the real knowledge that is in the Quran and the real knowledge that is in the Sunnah of the Prophet. So yes, I was blessed by doing my first Ramadan here, full in Aluminium Bahrain, and with strength and support from the community.
MashaAllah. Let's talk about your experience in praying Fajr Salah. The first Fajr Salah that you prayed, was it in summer too early or was it in winters?
No, it was in winter.
Oh, okay. So you're lucky in that sense.
Alhamdulillah, yes, Allah made it easy.
Alhamdulillah.
And I must say it's something that grabs your heart and you need it. You have to go for it. It's something that once you taste the sweetness of waking up at Fajr, and it's the first thing you say in the morning, Ashhadu la ilaha illallah, you hear that and you go, get ready and you go and pray. Yes, now what I miss is the Arabic language. This is the most difficult part that I'm tackling every day, trying to understand the Quran by reading, by understand the meaning, understand the Arabic words that they use in the Quran, and yes, get yourself fed with all this knowledge and this truth that we have in the Quran. This truth has been discovered lately, 200 years ago, with the scientific discoveries about the sun, about the moon, all those scientific facts that make it really clear and without doubts, basically protected.
Yeah.
I mean, this is really a miracle.
Yeah. What were some of the values that you saw in Islam which was missing in the society where you were brought up?
So the cleanness of heart, that was since the beginning. I mean, it's very simple. Sincerity, I can say it in one word. They're human. That's it. Islam make us men, make us human, with values that we care for the society, we care for everyone, beginning from your mother and our daily colleagues and people we meet in the street that we don't know, from other faiths, from any faiths. I mean, no matter what, it makes us human. This is the real fact of Islam. It clear all doubt. We know exactly our goal, we know our mission, we know where we're going, we know where we're from. I mean, it's just clear,
Alhamdulillah. Brother, one of the things that we ask all our guests who have been here is to recite Surah Al-Fatiha, because our viewers get really excited when they see a new Muslim reciting Surah Al-Fatiha. So if you don't mind reciting it for us.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Maliki yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdina as-sirata al-mustaqim. Sirata alladhina an'amta alayhim. Ghayril maghdubi alayhim. Waladdallin. Amen.
Jazakallah khair. Thank you so much for coming, Brother Badr.
My pleasure.
I wish you all the best, inshallah, for the future. With this, we come to end of our today's session. Inshallah, we'll be back with another amazing story. Till then, stay tuned. Jazakumullahu khairan. Subhanakallah wa bihamdik. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa ant. Astaghfiru wa atubu ilayh. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.